Let's welcome Mr. Noor to share his secret for bidding for an international conference and the reasons why we should participating in ICCA 2020. Thank you.
I'm back, and I just realized that all of you are here during the holiday of May 1st, Labor Day. Thank you. Thank you very much. The second topic is even more difficult than the first one because I'm not the expert in bidding. But can I see hands in the room? How many of you have been involved in bidding before? Kitty?
Sorry.
Raise your hand. Yeah, okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. How many of you involved in bidding before? Yeah, okay. So when the topic given to me, secret of bidding, is difficult because I cannot keep secret. I've distributed some brochures about the bidding, but for ICCA members in particular, you can download this from the website. But I must make you be aware that bidding is a complex process. It's not the same every time you do when you try to host or bid for a conference. So these are just a sample of results of when you bid, you win. So you will see a list of conferences this is in ICCA Association database, but there are also a lot of other meetings not in our list because we didn't win. Bidding is a long-term process. Some of the bidding might take 3 to 5 years in advance before the event comes, and some has been decided even far more longer. As you can see, the next future meeting coming to, the most future meeting coming to Taiwan is in 2030. By no means this is bidding training, because bidding training will take a long time. It's a lifetime, in fact. But the foundation is that when you do bidding, the first tip I would like to share is that you must follow the request for proposal. A lot of destinations, they have what they call a template, which is good and professional. But more importantly, whenever you bid, you will get a different request for proposal from a different association. So you must tailor to what they're actually requesting for. I've seen quite a number of bids myself. I think one of the missing link in a lot of bids is that the document didn't being explained very well. For example, like if you say that the conference must come to Taiwan, why Taiwan? At times, especially when you are already being shortlisted, whereby you need to do a site inspection, and then finally you'll do your final presentation. This is sometimes whereby for the decision makers, they will not look through the detail or the technical arrangement anymore because you are presenting to them face to face. Therefore, at times, I will not say all the time, the emotional criteria might come in. I'm not sure whether it's true or not, but I was being told one of the reasons possibly for Kaohsiung to win the ICCA Congress is because its compelling story, how the city transformed itself from a city of manufacturing to a vibrant city with innovation. These again just some reminders that, you know, at times when you do the bid, you must not just depend on the request for proposal, what is on paper. You must also start talking to the association, whether the board or the members. The more you are active with the association, you know the culture, you know what is expected from you. I have so many examples and case study for every single point here, but if I do that, it will take many days. But I can imagine that when you are preparing for the Kaohsiung bid for 2020, you have evaluated all these aspects very well. I hope I don't get sued by the Taipei 101 building, but when I said bidding 101, I mean this is a very basic information that when you do bid, at times you need to break the rule, but you know where and how to break the rule. So if you're not sure, and it's not stipulated in the RFP, what do? Get a clarification. If you are trying to bid and host, especially a large conference, you cannot just depend on what's on paper. You need to have a lot of communication back and forth with the association or the board of the association. One of the things that I see happen quite a lot when a destination lose their bid is because not they are losing to the competitor, but they lose to themselves. If I may explain very quickly, imagine you are doing a presentation to the board of directors of international association. Normally, the presenters from Taiwan would be the local association, possibly from the government, or even the PCO and the venue. When you are doing the presentation, people will be able to see whether you are a strong team or whether you are a disjointed team. So you have to be very sure with what you like to present and what is the option that you're giving to the association. I believe this house is in Taitung, but again, it's not about the house, but when you do the proposal, what is your X factor? What is your wow factor? Because normally when you bid, there are a lot of bidders you can't control. For example, like ICCA Congress that Kaohsiung won. How many destinations that bid, Jason? Do you remember? 8. And it was shortlisted to 3. And the 3 is Kaohsiung, Yokohama, Cartagena in South America. So you can never control who's going to bid. You can never control who's going to be shortlisted. You cannot be overconfident. This 3-word sentence, going beyond competition, sounds easy, but it is not. Different bid, every bid is different, and you have to understand how actually you can go beyond competition. For example, if you are competing with a destination that is very strong with their membership, with active membership, and your members are not active, so how are you going to compete in that area? Therefore, normally destination, what they will do is they will come together and create their own bid strategy. Just like in our daily relationship with our wife or girlfriend, you must always under-promise so that you can deliver better. We have seen so many times when you want to win the bid, when you do the presentation, you're so enthusiastic, you promise the stars, the moon, and the sky, but you don't have all that to deliver. Sometimes you even win the bid because others are not bidding very strongly because they are just bidding not for serious bidding. And then you go so strongly and you win. And once you win, you have committed to so many things. Now you are in trouble actually to deliver all those promises. I'm sure not only ICCA, many associations as we grow older, we become more established and we know what we are doing. More associations now are trying to look at beyond what you can offer to the membership. What is the legacy that you can provide to the local community if the conference go to your destination? So this is something that you need to take into consideration. For the 2 presentations that I did just now and now, this is the only slide that I want you to remember. I want you to remember the beyond economic impact. It's not just the number of delegates, not just the number of meetings that you win. It's not just about the world ranking. It's about how it benefits you beyond the economic impact. Not many destinations in the world have done this beyond economic impact. And if you start looking into this direction, then you will not be cluttered just about the numbers game. In bidding, I also see this happen quite a lot. So the question that you have to ask yourself, is this your stakeholders in Taiwan, which is very disjointed, or are you very united? Don't make mistakes, because when you won a conference, between winning and the actual conference, there are possibility that your community get closer as they work together. There also a potential that the community will break apart. After all the preparation that you did to do the bidding exercise or to do the presentation, you want to know whether you win or you lose, right? You don't have to go to the fortune teller, but the answer is in your hand, because you know whether you are really prepared or not prepared for that presentation. As I said earlier, if I were to talk about secret of bidding, it is a lengthy process. What I've just said is just at the tip of the iceberg. Erica has asked me to talk about why you should attend ICCA Congress 2020 in Kaohsiung. I thought it is a very easy question. I can give you a very easy answer. Unfortunately not. In a normal situation, this is where we're going to Kaohsiung next year. In a normal situation, the answer will be people go to the conference because of education, business, and networking. This is so obvious. But because the challenge that she gave me, I would like to give you 3 more different reasons why you should go to Kaohsiung. Are you ready for this? Number 1, you are the host. A lot of time, destinations forget this. They are so excited about bidding, they are even more excited about winning, but after they win, they forget that they're going to play host. If you're going to organize a wedding for your children, should you be there at the wedding? Not only you, but the whole family has to be there. And that's the reason why everyone in the meeting industry in Taiwan must be in Kaohsiung. I must admit, this is not what I figured out. It was help from Kitty. The second reason is the whole world is watching Taiwan next year. Imagine ICCA is an Olympic of different specialists, whether you are a PCO, venue, destinations, technological company, all come together. The world is watching Taiwan next year. Not many countries will get a chance to host ICCA Congress twice. Taiwan is one of the first few. 1992, 300 delegates. Of course, at that time, ICCA is very small. I was not there. I'm a very young person. But I was told the Congress was successful, but the experience might be very subjective, because you can imagine yourself how Taipei looked like in 1992. It's possibly held in the same center, the ICC, but the surrounding might be different. You don't have the sophisticated transportation system yet, and it's a different world, 92 and 2020. So you must not only attend ICCA Congress next year, but you must work together with the local host committee to welcome all the guests from around the world, to tell them that Taiwan is a different destination from 92. If you're able to organize a successful Congress in Kaohsiung, I believe there's more conferences will come to Taiwan in future. For the third reason, again, I'd like to thank Kitty for throwing the idea to me. I've got no idea anymore. She said that ICCA should be in your bucket list. Please allow me to explain. If you are in the meeting industry, there are so many conferences that you can attend, and ICCA should be one of the top priority that you must attend for all the obvious reasons. I'm very lucky you asked only for 3. So I really hope that 2020, all of you be the best host for the world.
Thank you, Mr. Noor, for the wonderful speech.